Hey gang, this is Charles, Premier Guitar at Winter NAMM 2013. I'm here with Peter Janis, the tireless mastermind behind Radial products. And he's got some cool stuff this year, among them the PZI DI, right? And the Voco-Loco, and some other things. Why don't you tell us what's new this year, Peter?
Hey, great to see you guys. Hi, Charles. Well, let's start off with, we've got a ton of new stuff at the show. A lot of our gear, as you know, is probably studio related or professional touring, some of it more for the average player, and I think this year we've really nailed that side of the business, but you kind of understand where it came from. The PZDI is probably one of the coolest little products that we've got at the show, and pretty boring. It's a direct box, but it actually does some really, really neat things. And you have to understand it's got to do with impedance and proper matching or loading of the guitar. So let me just show you. I'm going to try to help me out, and we'll demonstrate this thing. So if you hear me playing right now, that's just a straight piezo output. So there's no action on this guitar. This Larrivee is not, we bypassed all the pickups. So that's straight out of the piezo. And if you listen to the bottom end here, and I hope you'll hear this live, hear that difference in the bass? We're actually changing the impedance from a typical DI box impedance up to 10 meg ohms or 10 million ohms. And by loading the pickup that way, we get a ton of bass. In fact, so much bass we've got to back it off. So we have another little dial over here that lets us back the bass down. So I can clean it up and I can get rid of the resonance. And that means I can use the PZDI on mandolin, banjo, violin, dobro, upright bass, cello, you name it. It's on tour right now with Rush. They've got about 8 of them for their violin section, cellos. That's on tour with Zach Brown. They've got them on banjos and ukuleles and I don't know what. It's kind of a cool box. It's a little bit different. It's very easy to use. It's kind of very pro. But because we felt that this would be such a cool piece for the other type of players up there, the upright bass players or guitar players that might have an old, let's say an old Martin, and they don't want to cut a hole in it, well, we thought we'd give them the same kind of thing in a StageBug. So this is kind of like a really pared down version that gives you a 10 meg ohm input designed specifically for piezo players. It doesn't have as many features, doesn't have as much, but the pricing is really amazing because I think these are going to start at $69 at stores. So it's great value. So I think a lot of players will love that. They'll finally have a really good DI that they can take to the gig and use their vintage guitar on stage without having to cut a hole in it for the preamp. So there you go.
I might add, to my ears, it really seemed like the PZDI, it was more than just a bass boost. It really seems to have a massaging effect that really quells a lot of the piezo quack, like tames the mid-range in a really musical way.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the problem with the piezo is that it's a transducer and it's an electrical device, and if you don't load it, it doesn't know what to do. It kind of gets lost. It almost creates its own kind of weird resonances and stuff like this. So by squashing down the input with a very, very high input impedance, I mean, we know that a magnetic pickup sounds best at around 200,000 ohms, 200K. 10 million is way higher, so it's a completely different thing. And that's the key, is try to get that pickup to load right. I mean, the response we're getting is spectacular for the top end players because they really want tone. And of course, Premier Guitar is all about tone, so that's why we want to talk to you guys about this stuff.
Cool. All right, well, what about the Voco-Loco over here? So is that what you want to talk about next?
Yeah, well, let me just make sure you guys know that there's
of course
little bugs to go along with it. Here's more of a standard one. So this is the SB1. So that's more of a typical acoustic guitar or bass guitar like a Fender. And then we have another DI box that's got a passive transformer in it. And transformers are kind of cool with active basses where they overload so many different things. So this kind of gives you a natural compression. So that's kind of a cool sounding box. They're all about the same price point. We've also got a new Stage Direct that's kind of cool. And what this does is it enables the artist to hit a foot switch to mute. That means you can change guitars or tune without having to turn your amp off or turn the channel down on the PA. So it's really designed to make your management, stage management, much easier. So there you go. It's a really simple, straight plug-in. Plug in one side, amp out the other side, PA out the other side, and of course the tuner. So there you go. Just a simple DI with a foot switch that no one's ever done before. So why not? We should be the guys that do it. We're the DI guys.
All right. Simple solutions. Cool.
Let's jump over to another fun toy.
All right, so what we have here is the Voco-Loco, and now we've got a mic on, so it's a little louder. And what you notice here is this is actually a studio quality preamplifier. I've got a volume control here. I've got a bass. There's my bass. There's my highs right here. You can hear that. Beautiful silky. clean. So we take one of our 500 modules, one of our really good sounding mic pre's, put it inside a little Voco-Loco, and then what we've done is we've added an effects loop in it. So you can plug your mic in, your effects out to some pedals, and a couple foot switches. And this way I could, for example, be on stage, be singing away, and have an echo come on if I want, like a delay. I have a wet-dry control, so there's my... And if I want, I've also got an all-wet function that lets me maybe add a distortion straight to the sound, so I can really get crazy and have some really weird sound effects on stage. So it's all about trying to have fun. And there you go. So you set up your sound, you're popping on, and away you go. Rockin'. Real simple. Voco-Loco.
The secret sci-fi side of Peter Janis that we didn't know. Now revealed.
Well, you know, I know you guys are mostly guitar players in this magazine, but you'll find that this thing for your vocals will be a lot of fun. It's that whole garage, I don't know, type grungy kind of sound. You can add distortion to your voices. But also if you're a sax player, violin player,
A lot of applications beyond weird.
yeah, trumpet, all that stuff. Those guys want to use the wah pedals and stuff like that. So now you guys got all those pedals in your closet. You can sell them to your trumpet player. There's that.
They need them. Lord knows they need them. All right, Peter. Well, so people should go to your website, I guess, to figure out more about this?
Absolutely. We should have a lot of the stuff, preliminary stuff on the website right away. It's radialeng.com. And keep on checking out Premier Guitar. That's where it's happening.
Thanks a lot, Peter. Don't forget to go subscribe to our YouTube channel as well to find out all the rest of the goodies that are going on at NAMM. This is Charles, where Peter is signing off from Winter NAMM 2013.